A few specific characteristics about Celo is we're EVM compatible. We are layer 1, but as of Sunday, we're officially in L2 that's deployed. Our testnet is deployed, so feel free to check that out if you are interested. And also, we are specifically built for ease of use. So we're specifically built for a non-crypto native audience, and that is one of our goals, and a lot of how our blockchain is created and a lot of our architecture and features about it is for this. So one of that is we're mobile focused. So our apps really cater towards mobile, specifically Android. And additionally, you can pay gas with tokens. So not just our native Celo, but also other ERC20 compatible tokens like USDC, USDT, ETH, others as well. And fun fact, we're also carbon negative. So we're big believers of ultra green money. So feel free to read into that a bit. We have a pretty large blockchain ecosystem, and all of these apps and dApps are all part of the Celo ecosystem, all aligned at growing the pie and bringing in a new digital economy for all. But yes, this is our little slide for Celo and Cell 2, which was very recent. So now we are officially in L2 launching, and I want to introduce the Dingo L2 testnet. So yeah, our L2 testnet is available. You guys might be the first ever to actually deploy and build things on it and hack on it. So first ever to do that on an L1 that transitioned to an L2. So we're making history here, guys. Very exciting stuff. But wanted to just dive into a little bit of our bounties. So one of the first ones is MiniPay that I'll go into diving a bit, but we have 3 bounties for this one. And then our second one is fee abstraction, which we'll also be diving into later, and we have 2 bounties here. I really wanted to take this moment to introduce MiniPay because this is one of a super, super large opportunity that all of you have an early insight to and can be some of the early builders getting to actually build and deploy on MiniPay. A bit of background, MiniPay is one of the fastest growing Web3 consumer wallets right now in the space. It's a digital stablecoin wallet that's natively integrated into the Opera mini browser. So it's focused on stablecoins. It's also super affordable, fast transactions, and it's specifically designed for easy Web3 access. So people who are using it don't even really know that it's on a blockchain. And most of our users are particularly in Africa and different African regions. So that's the majority of it. But why? What does this mean for devs? Why should you build on MiniPay? What this means when you deploy your dApp onto MiniPay and use this wallet is you have an access to 100 million daily active users that are natively always coming to Opera, the Opera browser. So these specific users can have access to your app. So you have a giant distribution channel right off the bat, which is pretty rare for Web3 apps and Web3 dApps in general. Also, seamless user access. Because the users are already integrated into the Opera mini browser, it's really easy for them to onboard into your app, and that really removes the typical hurdles, like logging into MetaMask kind of sucks sometimes, guys, I know. And reduce customer acquisition costs. Having a built-in audience, you can just deploy compared to traditional Web3 channels. And fun fact, we have about 10K new, I think 10 to 20K new users each day. That's pretty much how we've been steadily growing. So that can be for your dApp as well. So it's a huge opportunity, and we're really excited to have you all here to begin being part of this. We have 3 million strong. We have 3+ million wallets, and we just launched. So this is pretty cool. We're growing at a super fast rate. Definitely check it out. Do we have time for this? Okay, yeah. Wanted to also talk about pockets. This is a little bit if you want to. This is on MiniPay, so this is an example of something that was able to be created, and it's a super, super simple way to do swapping. So see here, if you want to. You have all these different assets, and you want to swap them, like USDT, and you can just go, wee! And now, so that's like an example of like things you can do on MiniPay. And so we really focus on this like seamless integration, like account abstraction, and just making it really, really simple for non-crypto native audiences to use. Cool. Okay, we're going to dive a little bit into more of the technical details. So if you want to go ahead and get started building on MiniPay, we have Harpal here who will be talking through some of these actual logistics.
GM everyone, Harpal here from the DevRel team. So if you want to build apps on MiniPay, you want to build on the testnet, right? And you want like your app to show up in the MiniPay wallet. So this is how apps usually show up on the MiniPay wallet. But since you are a developer, you don't have your apps inside the wallet, what we have done is we have an extra app here at the bottom where you can paste your web dApps URL. So you're not building mobile dApps. You're actually building web app, but mobile optimized. You go to the site tester app in the explore section, and you put in your web URL, and it will open that app inside your MiniPay wallet. This will give you an idea of how the user will be using the app when they use your app when it's actually launched in the Discover section. We also have a MiniPay code library. This is frequently used code snippets that people ask for. You know, how do I do this? How do I do X, Y, Z? You can go to this link. You will be able to, just copy paste all the code snippets. This helps with velocity, code velocity. You don't want to waste your time, just with the very basic things during a hackathon. Some ideas and use cases: you can build personal finance apps, you can build gift cards, coupon apps, you can build stablecoin yield apps, you can build billing apps. So for example, many people use MiniPay as a merchant where they are receiving tokens from the buyers. They don't have a dashboard or an app where they can see their earnings, monthly earnings, daily earnings, and also give out receipts. And yeah, following the idea of merchants, you can build apps that make the life easier of merchants. You can also build micro work marketplaces where people can get paid in their MiniPay wallet. Fee abstraction, this is about the second bounty that we have. Fee abstraction is, so basically, if you see at the screenshot, do you notice anything different from other explorers? I will give you 10 seconds if anybody wants to guess. No, there is a transaction fee. Cool. The transaction fee is in USDC. So this is not something which is available on any other chain. If you go to Celo Scan, you might come across transactions where the transaction fee is paid in USDC, USDT, and this is not happening using smart accounts or paymasters, nothing like that. Your users are still using EOA wallets. You don't have to set up any paymaster. You don't have to use any external services. You just add an extra field to your transaction, and it will be able to use USDC or other stable coins that we have as gas fees. So these are some most popular tokens that are available for people to use as gas fees. And it's super simple. This is the normal Ethereum transaction object. All you have to do is just add an extra field called fee currency, and you just specify the address of the fee currency, and that's about it. Now you just send the transaction to the RPC node, and the user will use their stablecoin tokens to pay for gas. One disclaimer I have here is that you should use WAGMI and VM library. If you're using any other library, the fee currency field sort of gets ignored, and the transaction is sent using the Celo token as gas fee. We have a guide as well in docs, so feel free to check that out. If you search for fee abstraction or fee currency, you will land on this guide, and you'll be able to see all the instructions on how to go about it. So yeah, let's do a demo now. Where's the terminal? So I have a demo here, which is already running. So yeah, here. Cool. I actually had it running. I have to do. So MiniPay app, if you're building dApps on your laptop, you want to share your local host with your phone, right? So for this, you can use tools like ngrok. There's also Cloudflare tunnels. Right now, I'm using ngrok as an example here. You start a tunnel, which will be able to share your local host. So if I show you what's on my local host, so if I go to localhost, this is, okay, let's just open it up in the MiniPay app. So this is the MiniPay app. This is the app that you install on your phone. In your Android device, it shows up like this. And the first thing that you might want to do is go to your profile here and enable developer settings. So to do that, you can go to the about, you can tap on the version number for 10 times and you will be a developer. When you go into developer settings, you can enable testnet. This is how you can run your dApps inside the MiniPay wallet with the testnet enabled. So when the wallet connects, it connects to the Celo testnet and not the mainnet. Now if I go to site tester, you come here and you just paste the link of your dApp here. If I go. So this is a disclaimer from ngrok. Whenever you open it up for the first time, you'll get this. You can click on visit site. Okay. Just going to restart it again. Stop this. Make sure this is running on localhost. So this is what the app looks like on the desktop, and if I start up ngrok now, ngrok HTTP and the port number at which your app is running, so 3000. This is running on 3000, so we put in 3000 here as well to open the tunnel. We copy this link here and we paste it here and hit go. Visit site. I think it's slow because of the Wi-Fi. But basically, what I wanted to demo is that when you click on this send one USDC button, you send a transaction where you're sending USDC to a wallet. And when you do that transaction, okay, so it worked. Let me just refresh it here. When you send a transaction, you will be sending a transaction which uses USDC as gas fee. So when you click the button, confirm the transaction, and you send it and you check it on chain, you will see that the transaction actually used USDC as gas fee. So that was the part that I wanted to demo. Let's move ahead. So yeah, these are all the hackathon resources. This is one link that you'll probably want to keep an eye on. You can scan this QR code. All the hackathon resources related to fee abstraction, MiniPay, everything is available here. Yeah, I will let everybody scan it. Cool. And these are the faucets. So we, as mentioned earlier, we have L2 testnet as well. So we have a different faucet for the L2 testnet. We also have, you usually want to go with the first link, which is faucet.celo.org for the main testnet faucet. If you want to experiment with L2, you're welcome to go to the second faucet link here. And if you want USDC testnet tokens, then go to faucet.circle.com. Again, to reiterate, the bounties are best mobile app on MiniPay. First place is 3,500 USDC. Second place is 2,500 USDC. And third place is 1,500 USDC. And if you are using fee abstraction in a novel way, first place is 1,500 USDC, and second place is 1,000 USDC. These are other protocols and projects here at ETHGlobal as well, which support the Celo ecosystem or the Celo blockchain. Feel free to stack bounties. You want to build and stack bounties here when you're at a hackathon. So to give you a headway here, to give you a head start, just use these protocols in your project, to be eligible for their bounties as well. And if you face any problems using Celo on these protocols, feel free to reach out to us, come to our booth, and we will be happy to help you figure it out. This is our team. All of these faces, you can reach out to these faces anytime you want. Come to our booth as well, we'll be available. If we are not available at the booth, you can use Partner Celo channel in ETHGlobal Discord. ask questions there, and we will be happy to reply you there. Yeah, let's see if this works. Yeah, this works. So if I click here on send USDC, it says waiting for user confirmation. This is how the UI looks like. And when I say send, we have to actually just use our phone lock pattern. And it's now sending the transaction on chain. And if we now go to the address, let's see. I don't think I have it here. Yeah, I think I have too many tabs open, which is the problem. Yeah, so this is the address, which is the address inside the MiniPay wallet. We see a transaction 28 seconds ago. We go here, we can see that your fee currency is USDC here. So you can use USDC, CUSD, USDT. These are heavily used tokens in other ecosystem as well. This allows your users to come in, bring their tokens to the Celo ecosystem, and not worry about going through a centralized exchange for buying the gas token, right? They can just start using their assets from day zero. So yeah, that's it. Thank you. Do we have time? We have time for questions, right? Yeah, if anybody wants to ask questions, sure.
How could I integrate any of these?
Take the mic, yeah, there. Yeah.
So how can I integrate any of these functionalities in a mobile app? Because we are trying to build a mobile app.
Yeah, if you're building a mobile app, it's pretty simple. You just use any Web3 existing library like WAGMI, VM, ETHGlobal. I wouldn't recommend using ETHGlobal. Use WAGMI or VM, so you can also use fee abstraction. But if you're not using a fee abstraction, then you can use Ethers as well. If you're building a mobile app, and not a mobile app as in you might be using React Native or something like that.
Yeah, we are in fact utilizing Flutter, Dart.
Flutter, okay, yeah, sure. Then you can use any library you want. If you want to use fee abstraction specifically, then use WAGMI or VM.
Okay.
And if the library that you use for Flutter development allows you to have custom fields in the transaction object, then go for it. Just add the extra field that I mentioned, the fee currency field. That is the only thing that is important for sending a transaction using fee abstraction.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah? Yep, there's one more question there. Oh, it's over? Okay, cool. Yeah, you can come to the booth. You can come outside. Sorry? Sure. I mean, right now it supports Opera, but we can definitely talk to other browsers.